End of the road, baby. End of the road. You know you tripping. I need to get right back on track. Right back on track. Yeah, that's obviously a downtrend. You got the EMAs. I won't even wait to go. I won't even go up right there. You gotta wait for the EMAs to slope out. Okay. Mm. Mm.
Okay, so the question is support to resistance. Now,
Okay. And that's what I'm talking about when you're losing focus and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's all this is junk for real. What is it? 107? Mm. All right, man. Yeah, at this point. At this point. You know what it is, gain weight. Well, honestly, I guess I really didn't look at that. No, 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 that's the major swing right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the whole numbers. I don't think I need to do like the quarters and nothing like that. 40, 20. Oh yeah, like yeah, 524. And we'll see if we get that. I doubt it though, but we'll see. You say it's called spoofing. Hey. I gotta entice the bears with my liquidity. You can see my orders on Bookmap. You see it? Gain weight. You're not making the market fair for other market participants, are you? You're not making it fair, right? Or I guess I should ask, are you making it fair for other market participants? I hear you out here making it unfair for everybody else that's trying to make this sim money. Dude, it's getting down there. It's getting down there. It's getting down there. Dude, we all know that non-farm is going to either knock this market down so the bulls can buy it up, or it's going to pump it and then it's going to get dumped. It's either going to do one of the two. You think we're going to go up from here? You think we're going up from here? Dude, this range right here. Hold on, where's my pen at? I haven't used my pen in so long. That's how you know I'm tripping. I haven't used my pen. Yeah, so I mean this range right here, they're definitely going to come in and sell this thing. They're going to definitely sell that thing, man. You got the 200 EMA right here, right at R3. Yeah, I'm definitely expecting a big move down from here. And hopefully I get my target hit on this one. But if that doesn't happen overnight, I'm going to pull this order before non-farm, before we get the news tomorrow. This is just something that if it happens overnight, it would be nice to be in at that number right there. If not, then I'm gonna pull the order. We'll see what happens, and we'll move on from there. What do you think is gonna happen, game? Wait, well, what is your outlook? You think that the bulls are gonna recover from here, and we're gonna go to that 650, 620 area, or 620, 650, or what are you thinking? Mm. Yeah, Bitcoin is definitely a bear's market. I don't care what nobody tells me. You can short this thing and be good. But so my plan moving forward with Bitcoin, because I can only trade 3 contracts with the MFF, I probably might just trade Bitcoin with Top Step or something like that. Or we'll see, because I have some 150Ks that's going to be renewed on the 15th. And it's we'll see. We'll see if they try to pull some shenanigans. But the 150Ks, I canceled all my other ones except for those 150Ks at 190. So if they try to pull out their ass that 440 price tag, yeah, we're gonna have a problem. Yeah, I talked to one of the customer representative today because remember how they quote unquote expired all of my subscriptions? Well, they finally messaged me back this afternoon and said that, oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, on our side, it shows that you still have them. And I was like, no, cancel all them shit except for my 2 150Ks. That's all I want. I don't want your 50Ks or your whatever Ks any accounts anymore. I just want them 50K so I can trade Bitcoin and take all y'all money. So that shit, they probably won't pay me out. So I'm cheating and making it unfair for other market participants to get to make this sim money apparently. But yeah, I just want my 150K so I can trade Bitcoin. Because man, if I was able to, because I was literally in this trade this morning, short. I stopped myself out because I thought, well, I guess the bulls got it, forgetting the fundamentals of Bitcoin. Once the hype dies down, this is exactly what happens with Bitcoin. And I don't know why I allow myself to I don't know why. I really don't. I keep forgetting that shit. You can short this thing. Look how many times you could short this thing as it went up before it finally stopped everybody out. And even when it's move up, you still made money trying. You can short this thing, and then it kept going up. But I mean, as long as you have a decent stop, I mean, well, you can wait for the market to set itself up, wait for it to range, take a short. Short the highs and make money, make bank. Mm. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, if not, then I guess I just won't be trading Bitcoin because 3 micro contracts ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna get nowhere with 3 micro contracts. Mm. But I will give you that gain weight. I will give you that. I will give you that because I well outside of what you was just talking about, um, for whatever reason, this week has definitely been a challenging week, and I was actually telling Smith this entire week. I was like, man, god damn it, Muhammad and gain weight was freaking right. Of course, y'all guys are right. Y'all are great traders, of course, but I want to do what I want to do. I want to trade how I want to trade, god damn it, and I want it to work. But yeah, definitely I came in this week with the bias, and that has definitely been my downfall. My bias it was that we was going to see a big reversal, not necessarily like outside of regular price action. And I will say that I definitely paid for it. Definitely did. I missed a lot of moves. I made less money than I could have. I fumbled the bag in an account this week, looking for something. I guess that wasn't there for real. And and as not necessarily a punishment, but I have definitely taken away a lot of dopamine hitting activities away from myself. Mindlessly scrolling YouTube and stuff like that. I mean, now it's looking at charts now, looking at just looking at trading videos. No more mindless content until I earn it. And by earning it means getting back on track with these charts because apparently I don't like that idea of falling off or whatever. And I'm way better than my performance this week. Way better. And I don't like that shit. So I will say that once I took this short, where did I take that short at? Once I saw that I was wrong in this short, because yeah, I was kind of biased, but I was like, man, there's too much EMA support right here. It was too much. And the one thing that I kind of noticed but did not notice was that they had this break of structure here, and then this pullback back to the EMAs. I was talking to Smith. I was like, dude, I want to go short here, but I got out of my short and flipped long. Now, for whatever reason, the market chop. Or where was I at? Because I think I went to lunch and I came back. When did I come back? Anyway, when I came back to my charts, I think the market looked like it was trying to short. So I was originally short. I closed out at break even, went long, came back to the charts and looked at it. And this was, I guess this was before I left. I guess this was before I left to go to lunch. And I saw that it not only did it pump, it would have hit my target. And then if y'all recall, I had a short sitting right here at 105 because it missed me at 104 this morning. And I took that off. And I guess if I left that damn thing on, I would have been only what, 2 points in drawdown. And I would have caught this beautiful move short. I came back from lunch and saw that not only did this long work that I closed out, this short from earlier worked out. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like, why am I so disconnected right now? Because obviously I'm seeing these moves. It's just that my execution was just off today and in this week. But when I came back from lunch, I saw that this had a break of structure. I was like, you know what? I'm getting in at like, I want to see what happens when it comes back up to the top of this range, because once I saw that this thing broke structure to the downside right here, I mean, I just watched what it did, set my limit, and I just took a nap because I was just tired, apparently. Tired, frustrated. And when I woke up, a good thing that I didn't stay up and watch this, because this thing chopped and chopped and chopped the entire time. And I think when I woke up at around like 250, it had just hit my target at 90 or at 88 or something like that. Yeah, it had just hit my target at 88. Just hit it when I woke up. And I was like, dang, if I sat up here and watched this thing, it took all day for that, because I got into that trade around like 12 o'clock and it took 2 hours for it to hit. And if I guess if I saw this right here, it bouncing at 88, I don't know if I probably would have stayed in this trade. Or hold on, when did it hit? No. My target was at 97. I apologize. My target was at 97 because I remember that it bounced at 90 at 88, and when I woke up, it had just hit my target, and then I was thinking to myself like, man, if I was awake and it missed my target by freaking 1 point and did this whole big move, that would have just kind of pissed me off. That really would have pissed me off, because I think, like I said, my entry was at 98. And so that it basically ran right back up almost 2 points away from my break even. And then it hit my target at the end of the day. Hmm. So, hmm. 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 Because if you got this one, I mean, if you got like 100, well, I mean, if I had a 10-point target, I guess it would have just hit it like right here. If I had a 10-point target, but I think I traded my 12 or 13-point target strategy, because I figure, like, I mean, if they reject it here, then I mean, we could see a big move down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just start doing that, because I mean, it's obvious, it's obvious what I'm doing, but hey, what's up, Ivan? What's up? I mean, you could be right about that. You could be right about that. And I don't care about no up move. Shit, the only thing I see when the market moves up is a great short opportunity. Yeah. I'm a bear at heart. I prefer to sell. I mean, you don't get buying like this. You don't, I mean, even though we had all that bullish pressure, you don't ever see the market do this on the buy side. You only see that on the sell side. And I love that. You only see that on the sell side and on the buys. Even in this bullish market, when everybody starts to sell out of their position, you get these beautiful moves like that. This is why I love being a bear. I mean, how can you not love that? How? But like I said, moving forward, I probably will focus more on the ES, kind of like what we talked about earlier in the year before Smith had to figure out what he needed to figure out. Smith will probably focus more on the Nasdaq. I will focus more on trading the ES, and I can give an unbiased opinion on the Nasdaq because just let's face it, honestly, with the Nasdaq, Smith is like his style is better suited to trade the Nasdaq. My style of trading it, my style of trading is better suited for the ES, even though I prefer to trade the Nasdaq. But what I have to be honest with myself about is that because I don't necessarily trust the Nasdaq, I start to project that onto other instruments, and I start to project overshooting on the ES when she doesn't do that at all. And so I just, like I said earlier, I'll probably take a break from trading the Nasdaq, but not analyzing it and giving an unbiased opinion. Because even in this moment, you see that the ES doesn't necessarily super overshoots above levels. She doesn't go that far. Shit, the Nasdaq will touch this range and then drop. And those trust issues. I mean, even right here, you can see it. The ES doesn't really overshoot structure highs like that. She'll trade in a range, and then once all the liquidity is taken from both sides, then she'll move past above or below. So I think just focusing on ES for now will probably be better for what I need to do. Because we definitely got some big, well, not big plans next year, but we're definitely going to really jump into overdrive, really get this thing going. Start making that gain weight in Muhammad money, and stop with the self sabotage and all that other crap. Really gonna start to get this thing going. I still got to break out of a lot of habits, NQ habits though. So please forgive me in advance, but I still have to break out of those habits. But I will get there. We'll definitely get there. Shit, as long as the ES keeps trading like this, we can rock with her. Oh, she keeps trading like this, we can rock with her. I'm not shorting the market. These are buy limits. I'm not shorting the market. I am not shorting the market. I'm hoping that we do get a move down so I can limit in at a lower price so I can buy. But I'm not shorting. I wouldn't short the Nasdaq. I would short the ES for sure, but I would not short the Nasdaq. I mean, I guess if we look at, I mean, even though price traded in a bearish range, the bulls still had the advantage. The bulls still had that high, and then only until the bears or the bulls got exhausted up here were the bears successful. Only till then were they successful. And Gameway, are you getting that information off of Weeble? Is Weeble giving out levels like that? Level 2 data like that? Because here's the thing. It's like y'all guys be saying like all these orders are sitting here and there. But then when I look at this book map thing, it just be saying like only 81 orders or 20 orders or blah, blah, blah orders are sitting at a level. I'm even looking at this DOM and it's only saying like 200 orders, 100 orders are sitting at a specific level. And y'all be saying big numbers sometimes. Well, I ain't said that you traded on it, but I didn't you say that you be getting your levels off of Weibo or something like that? Like it has like a level 2 data and you get your something like you can see the orders on Weibo or something like that. Where are you looking at on your orders? Or do you have like a model kind of like Muhammad that kind of tell you where the orders are sitting at? I got y'all super secret software. Oof. It's like there's a bunch of orders sitting at 81. I mean, I guess they already bought at 81 already. They had a bunch of orders sitting at 81. It only moved up about 5 points, but I'm going to wait. 74. So, I mean, I got my order sitting there at 74 to potentially for price to kind of tap into this level right here. My heart is telling me to get in at 68. Putting an order probably here at 70, probably. My heart is telling me to go here, but I'm gonna keep it here. We'll see what happens. And then this level right here was a support level yesterday, so I'm gonna keep it here and see what happens. See if we can get like a bounce or something from here. 84. And then probably a move back up here to 93. We'll see. Oh, you have a model that feeds you information? Okay, so you and Mohammed kind of has like the same thing. Mhm. So is this something that you coded or paid somebody to code for you? Or is this like a paid software that's already available to the public or something like that? Spoof and Sherman. Mm, okay. All right. So I'm already kind of working on mines right now. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I haven't coded anything. I'm addicted to discovery. I will say that I honestly I am a scientist. I am not someone that's interested in implying my theories at all. I'm more interested in discovery and theorizing what I discovered. The execution part, yeah, to me that's for the birds. If somebody else can do that, I prefer to find the information. But um hmm, I think that's something that I think that's something that I should do, I guess. So I mean, I'm only interested. So I mean, here's the thing that I'm interested in. I'm only interested to know if there's buyers coming in at levels that I'm already looking at. And so, as I sit and kind of think about how I'm going to structure this model and what data I'm going to be ingesting into it, I don't care about the VIX because I've stopped caring about the VIX a long time ago. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but I forgot what year it was. Forgot. The VIX was, I forgot what it was doing. It was either going up or down. I think what the VIX was going up, and yet price was going up as well. And so price and the VIX was super uncorrelated, and everybody was shorting because it was like, oh my God, the VIX is going to do this. The VIX is going to do this. The VIX is going to do this. And because the VIX is doing this, this is what price is going to do. And I think this might have been COVID, I think. I forgot what year it was. Whichever year that VIX was going up and price was going up with it, that was the year I was like, okay, yeah, I don't particularly care about the VIX. I'm not saying it don't work. It's just like, well, I don't like having information that at times that I can't 100% rely on. Um, what I want is the orders coming in where I think they should come in. And that's kind of all I want for the confirmation. I don't want a system telling me how to trade because, well, shit, at that point, I might as well just build a whole trading algo and just let that damn thing run. If that's the case, no, I want to still be a part. I still want to be the one making the decisions, taking the trades. It would just be nice to have confirmation. I just want to see where everybody else, where the big money is getting in at and levels that they're interested in, because obviously they're the ones that's moving the market, obviously. Hmm. And what do you mean by that is not working game? Wait, what do you mean by that? We're leading $200. Oh, 200. Okay. I mean, of course. Mm. You talk about the model. It says a common rule is to get into the market at least 10 to 20 points away, and you still might be missing the point. It doesn't tell me to get in or get out. It shows my interest points and big money orders, the model. Um, the price. Mm. 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 I get. You think so? So you think that the market is not going to come down here to 367 at all? You don't think the market isn't due for a pullback into this area? You don't think so? Now, like I said, I would prefer like 68 is probably where I should be getting in at. I should be getting in at here, but there's a measured move at 75. So I guess I'm going to trust the measured move this time. I'll trust the measured move, even though my heart is telling me that 68 might be the one. But um, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But on the ES, the ES is like what 10 points away from this target. I mean, if you're talking about the Nasdaq, dude, you don't think the Nasdaq can't get down here for real? 368, 365? It probably might even go lower. You probably might see 328, 340. But if we break this range, then it's highly likely that they'll bounce it here. And then we can possibly see a move back up to 445. Possibly back into this range. But we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see. Well, if they fired me the next day, then I would find my own way. I would find my own way. I would find my own way. No, I mean, hey, that's your opinion, game weight. That is your opinion. I'm not going to hate nobody for their opinion. But if we get down here tomorrow, game weight, I want my written apology. I want my written apology. I'm going to send you the details of what format I want that apology in. Because shit, like I said, we can get down further, honestly. We can probably touch back down into this range. Possibly touch 328. Like I said, if we don't get this tonight, we can definitely see a move back down here to this range. Because I just don't believe on the NASDAQ the way that the structure is. We got a double top right here. We got a break below this range. We have all this liquidity at this range. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a move to the downside. Now, if the bulls can trade into this range and find support, then okay, yeah, I'll be wrong. The market will continue to go up. But if the bears hold this range right here, well, I mean, shit. It's only so many places where the price can go. It can either see a bounce right here at 360, or we can see price make a full range rotation back down into this range down here. And then we can possibly see a bounce here. 305 was that high of day, was that low of day. So I'm pretty sure that that's probably going to be protected. Probably like 328-ish, probably. Mm. We'll see. Actually, what am I doing? I'm not even supposed to trade the Nasdaq. I mean that shit. I'm not supposed to trade the Nasdaq. So honestly, from now on, I'm just gonna take sim trades in the Nasdaq. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna play this right here. This is how I'll play it. And better structure, man. He said the breaker structure where buy stops were being hit by being too close to price. I'm reading it wrong. So you're saying, but like I said, I just want my open apology, my written apology. But you think that this is just buy stops being hit? I mean, obviously in this situation, yeah, I would agree with that. But breaks and structures to the downside, they mean something. They definitely mean something. If price breaks below, if price rejects from this range, I expect lower prices from the Nasdaq. I expect lower prices. Hmm. Yeah, 330 is right there. Hmm. I mean, that's interesting though. Why the hell are you selling something that you bought for 21 cents? Dude, why the hell are you selling anything that you bought for 21 cents? Dude, I mean, if you're buying crypto when it's less than a penny, why are you selling any of it? Why are you selling any of it? You got breakout, pull back into strength. Breakout from the EMAs, pull back into strength. And the market trended down. I mean, uh, Mm. All right. So game weight is saying that it stops us between 7 to 17 ticks. Wow, huh. That's more like 3 points, right? 4 points. Mm. That it's no targets until price goes above 140 ticks. That's it. That's the start. Start with that, and whomever is reading that, if you can't make money with that, stop trading. There's a big difference between trading and gambling. I think majority of people prefer to gamble. But yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm done gambling at this point. At least for right now, I'm done. I'm gonna start building these accounts up. Yeah, I had lunch with the mother of my child this morning, and we talked. And mm, mm, mm. He says all he's saying is if you got to bring down the market because you can't get a good entry with a good stop, and stop trading for a good minimum of 2 or 3 days and come back later. But what risk? Mm. Are you talking about the gambling part? I mean, uh, uh I think, huh. I guess it's hard to say because it would kind of, and me saying it out loud would kind of admit to a couple of things that I've been doing that I guess I'm not too proud of, apparently. But I think at this point, I'm kind of tired of running around in circles. It's time to move forward. But yeah. Anyway, gain weight. I see what you're saying. I get why you're saying it, but something's telling me that we're going to see a big move down tomorrow. I'm not saying that the market doesn't buy it back up, but we definitely see a move down. We don't see a continuation from here. The charts would suggest that we see a move down and at least retest some of these lower levels to fill those unfilled orders. And then we can probably see a pop back up here. I'm thinking probably 328, honestly. Or probably see price come back down into this range because it makes sense for price to come back down into this range. There is no money up here no more. The money's gone. I mean, it's like how I see it, they closed this area off. And they closed it. And they broke it down. I mean, we could see a move back up here to 525. Uh Honestly, if we see a move above 525, honestly, I'll be surprised. Honestly, I would. But I think 525 might be that area where it's like, yeah, it's not going to probably find support above it. And we'll see a move down. Now, we had this massive move up, no pullback, pure euphoria for, I'm making the assumption for Trump's administration picks. I'm just going to make that assumption because there's really nothing else that happened this week that would elicit all this bullish euphoria to where there was no pullback. None. All this buying for what? Like what ignited all this buying? to the point to where bears couldn't even get a pullback, and bulls couldn't even get an opportunity to buy the market at a lower price. What? What the fuck is up with that? Seriously. Seriously though? Okay, I'm not gonna play this stupid game. I'm gonna play that stupid game with that. I mean, I guess we could see a bounce at 365, but 328 will probably be. We'll probably see a move down back into this range. We'll see a pop up, a move back down to 365, and this would probably be a good area to go long for that move higher. Dude, no way. Did that thing actually? Wow. No way. Huh. No way. That's crazy. If this does it again, I'm just going to delete it off the chart entirely. I'm just going to delete it off the chart entirely if it does it again. Delete it forever. Move again. You're going to get deleted. Okay. And they're jumping around and shit once I locked it down. $30,000 for XRP. Actually, let's look at that real quick. Let's look at that. Because if I have another opportunity to buy at $1, I'll probably take it. Because XRP will probably just jump. Damn, XRP is at $2? $2.30? Damn, this shit got to $3, dude. Damn. XRP got to $3. That's crazy. I'll buy some more at $2. We'll see what happens at $2. I'll buy more at 2. No, I would never let that happen. I would never let that happen. I'll be wrong. I would rather be wrong. Mm. So $1.50, huh? If we see a pullback all the way from there, which I mean I doubt, but probably like $1.80. If we see that move, if we see that, but I mean, but I'm good. I mean, like I said, I bought it at like 30 cents. Like I bought it at 30 cent, scaled in at 45. So I think my average entry probably be like 40 cents per coin. Mm, mm. You know, gain weight. I mean, there is some truth in that. Obviously, I want the market to do what I want it to do, but I want the market to do what I think it should do. Which I mean, I guess it could be seen as the same thing. Like the way I understand price action, when the market deviates from that, what works majority of the time, and you know those times where the market deviates from that type of price action because the market is either in a euphoric state, in an emotional state, reacting to a news event, etc. When the market begins to trade outside those parameters, it does throw me off. It does. And you're right. I guess I should just follow what the market is doing, I guess. But obviously, that's not something that's easy for me to do, to deviate from what I know works most of the time. Um, that's why I will trade against momentum sometimes, because I know that even in when the market is in a momentum or is experiencing a lot of momentum to one side, there's usually these types of pullbacks. And this is what I look for. Stuff like this is trading against the momentum and everybody rapidly taking profits. And that's what I look for. And mm, and yeah, I mean, if I just traded with the market, I would have made all this versus just making this profit taking right here that instantly got bought right back up, right back to my break even. So I mean, uh there's definitely patches that I need to make to my game. I mean, I got 80% of it down. Um I just have to I just have to shut up and color sometimes. If the market structure suggests that it's going up, even if I don't believe it, and my bias will blind me at times, I will do it. And it's so much easier to say than to do it, because obviously you got money on the line, so you're automatically emotionally hijacked and you're not really thinking as clear as you could be. So deviating from what I know works most of the time is definitely challenging. Is definitely challenging. Mm, yeah. But I promise that I will get there. I will get there. I will. Most definitely get there. Oh, am I in something? Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, what the hell? What am I in? This is in the sim. This must have been an order that I had sitting in the sim, probably on Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. Because I was like, I know I didn't take no. no order or nothing because my order's sitting down here. So this must have been an old order that I left in the sim. Where was this at? Oh yeah, so yeah. This order that I had in the sim, I was actually waiting for when did I have this? Hmm. Actually, I forgot why I set this limit right here. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So I had this limit sitting right here because I thought price was going to pull back into this area and then make that move higher, but we didn't get that. Obviously, this is something I think I had this yesterday afternoon because I was anticipating for price to pull back into this area right here to retest this area and then make that move higher. But obviously the bulls held this and then we got that move down. So mm, mm. Yeah, Ivan, yeah, I get that. Yeah. Yeah. But the one thing is very clear. These EMAs definitely tell you which direction you need to be trading in. Um, y'all guys will see me sometimes fight against these EMAs, knowing exactly what happens when I do it. It's the whole reason why they're on my chart. It's just that as sometimes, I mean, I'm getting better at doing it, but these EMAs will definitely tell you what side of the market you need to be on. I mean, if these EMAs are flat, uh, obviously, if you look at the price action, price is trading in a range. Um, and they basically told you what side of the market you needed to be on. And you can see that once they found support, they broke out above all the EMAs. The EMAs got flat. The bears failed to push to use the EMAs to push the price lower. Price broke out above the EMAs and then they used it as support. And then they blasted because this whole time they were trying to get back up into this range right here. And as soon as it got into this range, we saw this massive drop away from that range. So this tells me that this is going to be an area of resistance. We'll probably see like 580 or something like that. 580 or like 575 or whatever. If price or when price retests this level, we'll probably see like a drop here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with this range overnight. Because if the Bears can hold off this range, because obviously they've been using this range a lot. So if the Bears can hold this off, then we'll see that move down. If the Bears can't hold off 525, and then we'll see price come back up into this range and it'll probably go further. But the Bears definitely have to hold this range. I mean, this is definitely what they have to do. They have to hold this range right here. It'll be the beginning for the end for them. Beginning for the beginning of the end. I'll get better, man. 805. Especially here on the ES. Especially here on the ES. These EMAs will tell you exactly what side of the market you need to be on. VWAP in the 200 EMA is definitely very essential. Very essential. You rarely see the market really break below the 200 EMA and stay below it. You rarely see it. if the market is in a bullish trend, you rarely see price go underneath it, stays, and you see this massive shot up from this failure from the bears to push it down using the 221 EMA to push it down. And then you can see that once they took profits here at this high, you can see them using the EMAs to slowly trend this market down. Just close this because you can slowly trend it down. And they're using the 21 and 50 to short this thing. So with the ES, the one thing that I wait for before I try to take a trade is for the 21 and the 50 at least to get closer to price. Because I know that if I had taken this long, and the reason why I didn't take this long when I saw that it was building up was because the 50 EMA was in the way. And you can see that the 50 EMA right now is being used to short this market down. So when it comes to the ES, for sure, I'll wait for the EMAs to come down a little bit because you're asking for price to get sold. You're asking for it if it's too high above price trending. I find that like when it starts to slope, it'll break. But when it's trending, that 50 EMA is dangerous, man. It is dangerous. You get a break below the 21, the 50 is right there catching it. It's dangerous. That 50 EMA is dangerous, man. It's like the 21 EMA is like the little brother. And if you fuck with the little brother, the big brother's coming for you. That's how I like to think about when it comes to the 50 EMA because you can see that the market will sell off it if you break through the 21. The 50 will come and knock you right back down. And vice versa. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah, that's how I like to think about it, gain weight, because that's is definitely shown to be consistent in this market because the 21 and the 50 likes to hang around each other a lot. And I guess the 200 EMA and VWAP are like the cousins, the big cousins, the OGs, because the 21 and the 50 likes to hang around with each other. The 50 and VWAP likes to hang around with each other. And if VWAP and the 21 are sloped like this, you can see that they don't play. They don't play at all with that 200 EMA with VWAP sloping above it. And then vice versa. They use this as support. I don't know why in real time, like I try to fight against these EMAs. I don't know why I do it. I just don't know why I do it. Like I really fight against these EMAs if they're in my way. I will fight against these EMAs if they're in my way. And I don't know why. When I know exactly what happens when price gets to these EMAs, the algos will buy them up. I'm pretty sure it's written in the instructions to buy it at the 200 and VWAP if price is above it. I'm pretty sure it's written in the instructions to do that. And yet in real time, if my target is right here, I'm like, oh shit, well, hopefully you can get through the 21 and the VWAP knowing exactly it probably won't. So that's something else that I'm going to start to actually start doing with these EMAs because only sometimes you'll see a break below it, but you're not often going to see it. Depending on the context of the market, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. 640. So 615. Yeah, this was a 10-point bounce on the ES at the 200 EMA. And then you can see that they sold it at the retest of this breaker structure to the downside. So yeah, they was holding this breaker structure and it was holding it, and then they sold it. And they came right back up and sold it again. Mm. Shit, that's actually a yeah. Reverse psychology, revenge psychology. Yeah, you don't got that trademarked, right? Revenge psychology. That's actually probably. I'm gonna probably start using that now from now on. Revenge psychology. I think that accurately umbrellas what a lot of market participants go through in the markets. Um, but you know what, man? I mean, look at this. I mean, even though we had all that chop, the EMAs was still holding strong. And then once price finally broke above those EMAs and used it as support, price never looked back. It started to trend up higher. And so I think what I'm gonna probably start doing is just kind of be more patient with this, I guess. And just be more patient. And actually take the trades. I'm just gonna focus on the ES now. If I see something, I'll just take it, because right here, I mean, if I miss this trade right here, just seeing that two-legged pullback into resistance and that drop right back into where it broke structure to the left. I mean, this right here would have been a great long, a risk to reward opportunity right here with maybe a 3 points and stop for all this reward. And trading the Nasdaq will make you miss small little details like that. That's why this is like the biggest reason why I'm just going to just share my analysis with the Nasdaq and not trade her. Because the ES be having these technical analysis nuggets that I will disregard because I'm thinking about the Nasdaq. Mm. Yeah. Shit, I already believe that me and Smith is already is a part of the top. We just kind of have to get over ourselves. We have to get over ourselves because, in my opinion, well, I'll keep that to myself. Never mind. I'll keep that to myself. But yeah, gain weight. Yeah, I'll take your advice, man. I'm just gonna focus on the ES, and we can start making this ES money. And if you have the 50K account, that's all, like 8 points. It's all you need. It's $400 a day, $400 every day. Make $2,000 a week. Get that $1,200 payout. Rinse, repeat. Rinse, repeat. You keep your stops. I mean, like 9 points, and like I said, 9 points is $450. I mean, honestly, you really don't even need the full 9 points and stop, but just to be able to think that with 9 points, if I'm wrong, that wrong, if it hits my stop, I'm only taking a loss of $450. A 7 point stop is $350. I think a 5 point stop is what, 5, 4? It's like a 250. So, I mean, you do the math. I mean, the ES gives you a lot of room for error, a lot of room for error. And the ES will always give you an opportunity to get out at break even. Always. I mean, obviously, if you get in right, if you got in short right here, well, I mean, you're out of luck. But the ES mostly trades in a range. It then breaks out from that range. I mean, if you got caught short here, then yeah. I mean, it only gave you an opportunity to even to get back a little bit. Not exactly break even, but a 3 point loss isn't that bad. And from 772 to 88 at the high before it dropped, what? That's like so 8, so that's 10, so that's 16 points. Am I doing the math right? Yeah, 16 points. I did the math right. 20 points is $1,000 on a 10 lot. I mean, I continuously say this is because you can make a lot of mistakes on the ES. You can make a lot of mistakes on the ES and still find a way to be profitable. That's what makes trading the ES probably like the best thing for beginners. And anybody that trades technical patterns and stuff like that, she's really good for that type of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's just me. Honestly, that's just me. That's just me holding myself back. Like I said, me and her was talking, and dang, I mean, when I was listening to myself tell her, I was like, dang, I sound like I'm unmotivated. I sound like I'm unmotivated. It's like, no, I mean, that's not it. It's just like, I just don't have, I don't have that motivation like other people have it. I'm not saying that this is everybody. So don't quote me on this. Is not everybody, obviously. But, usually we have drivers and they're all emotional. A lot of people that would be considered short, they're usually big. They're usually the people that are really strong because obviously they're compensating. They're not big in height, so they're wide. And they're driven because, people say, oh, you're too short, you're too small. So they're driven by, I'm going to show them in the gym. People that are the most richest people in the world are probably started off poor because of that emotional pain of being poor. They don't want to be poor anymore. And so they just go out and they just make a lot of money. I'm not saying that I was ever rich, obviously, but I guess, like I said, I came to the conclusion that I just want to make enough money to just be comfortable. And I think that's kind of what's been holding me back, because every time I self-sabotage is after I tell myself how much money I made. And I do find myself spending a lot of money on evals after a payout. Like I'm blowing accounts unnecessarily when I shouldn't. Spending money on evals to kind of get myself back to quote unquote what I'm comfortable with and not have excess of money. Kind of what I do. It's probably what a lot of other people do as well, but I'm just sharing what I go through. And so that's obviously my blocker. I just have to get over that. I just have to get over that blocker. And then once I do, then the sky's the limits at that point. It'll be this. The sky will be the limits at that point. Once I get over that stupid blogger, and telling myself that I can have abundance, but I'm a very efficient person. So it's like having too much of something. It's like it's seen as inefficient to me internally. I don't like too much of shit. I just don't like it. I have all these shoes that I had from my past because I was a quote unquote what you would call a shoe head or whatever, trying to be cute. You know, oh, I got all these shoes. I just got those things in a box. I don't even want to see them because it was like, did I got all these damn shoes? I have the same pair of shoes that I've had for the last what five something years. Just I have three pairs for three different occasions. My gym shoes, my everyday shoes, and my walking shoes, and that's it. That's all I need. I don't need nothing else other than that. I have my black t-shirts, my jeans, and my hoodie. That's it. I don't need nothing else other than that. I don't like an excess of things, and I think that's also something that's been holding me back too. So I mean, I'm aware of the things that are holding me back. It's how do I overcome this crap to where I'm not subconsciously moving myself back to where I started once I start moving forward. I don't. Pine tree trader imposter syndrome. Yeah, yeah. That was something. Hold on. Hold on. What are you talking about, Gangway? I'll be saying a lot of stuff. But imposter syndrome is definitely something that I'm well, so when it comes to imposter syndrome, I don't have imposter syndrome because it's like I believe in myself, but the part of the imposter syndrome that I do have is because I just want to be a cool, laid back guy. I don't feel like I should be giving out professional advice, even though the advice that I would give out would be considered professional, if that makes sense. I don't want to be a person that, like a financial advisor, kind of like that. Even though majority of the time the plays that I call out are golden, but I would feel like, who the hell am I to tell you what to do with your money? Mm, I guess, yeah. I guess when you start really saying the things that you said in your head all damn day, and you say it out loud in front of people, you'd be like, oh wow, see how that looks. Yeah, it sounds like an excuse to me. It sounds like an excuse of why you're holding yourself back from greatness. That's what it sounds like to me. Sound like a damn excuse. But imposter syndrome is definitely big. It sucks that internally we can feel like we don't deserve something or that we're not good enough for something. And so it becomes a self fulfilling prophecy. It sucks. It really does. It really sucks. We tell ourselves when we're on a win streak, we tell ourselves, damn, if I'm doing this, if I have a good week this week, are professionals having a good week? I mean, if professionals are having a bad week, like if you see something on TV that says that, New York Stock Exchange traders lost $10 million this week, and you had a good week this week, in your mind, for someone that feels like they're an imposter, they're like, well, shit. If the New York Stock Exchange traders lost millions this week, who the fuck am I? And then you start thinking about it, and it starts to show in your performance because it becomes a self fulfilling prophecy. Because now you're like, well, I'm not better than a professional trader. Well, and then you start to perform that way as well. And that sucks. It absolutely sucks. Because like I said, I kind of feel like it's the same thing with the whole money thing. It's like, well, I don't want it for real. I do it because shit, what else the hell am I going to do? and I self-sabotage because of that crap, and it feels like it's out of my control. Like, obviously I don't want those things to happen, but it's happening, and it feels like I can't freaking stop it or nothing. I hate that shit. Hmm. Did I say that I was experienced in being an imposter? Did I say that? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it just sucks, man. It sucks. That's why trading is like the hardest money, the easiest money that what was it saying? It's the easiest money to make, the hardest, easiest money to make. I think that's how I say it. Yeah, I mean, it's dude, you're dealing with such internal stuff while trading. I always tell people that ask me about trading, like, dude, if you don't got your emotions down, if you don't got who you are internally down pat, trading is like it's gonna open up your demons. Like it's gonna reveal your demons to yourself. The ones that you like to hide from, the ones that you tell yourself that, oh, that's not me. Okay. Well, you can lie to yourself until you get into these markets and those demons become the driver of all your trades. And then you realize that, damn, you're not the only person in there. You got other entities, what I'm gonna call them, living inside you. It's just that you're the dominant one, and all the other ones come out in different emotional situations. You're just the dominant one. And that whole split personality thing. Now, I mean, if somebody is just crazy and they're pretending like, oh, they're talking to themselves like, oh, Frank is going to beat you up, and you're like, no, we're not talking about that. We're just talking about your emotional states of who you become during those times when you're afraid. Obviously, when you're afraid, you really see who you are, and you really begin to see that the word courage is just given to anybody. Like, someone had the courage of doing this and courage of doing that. No, doing something when you're scared, that's what real courage is. Being scared of something and doing it anyway. That's what courage is, not any other bullcrap that people like to say courage is. Because every time you put on a trade, I mean, obviously, if unless you're an experienced trader, you have money and you're just trading to trade and grow your wealth. Everybody that's starting out, every time you put on a trade, you're always double guessing. You're always thinking like, oh man, like, is this going to work? You imagine as soon as you get into the market drops down 20 points and you're in all this drawdown and all this fear that you experience. You won't even recognize who you are. Greed, you get greedy. The most humblest people get into this market to become greed monsters. And then they have to do mental gymnastics to tell themselves that, because a lot of people think that being greedy is evil. A lot of people think that having money is evil and that only bad people have money because Disney Channel showed all rich people as evil people. Honestly, the Disney Channel has implanted a lot of damaging ideologies into children. Damaging. They teach people that everybody is good and honest, and we all know that that's not true. They teach you that making money is evil and being poor is virtuous. To be poor is virtuous. And that's why you see a lot of men, and probably even myself, that's probably where I got it from, like low key without really digging deep into it. It's like only good, virtuous men are poor, and only evil men are capitalists and they make money and they degrade women and all kind of other shit that makes you like, yeah, only bad people are evil. Robin Hood, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, which makes them rich, right? But I always thought about that too. I was like, if Robinhood is stealing from the rich and he's giving to poor people, I mean, don't that makes them rich too now? And the rich people poor because he stole all their money? But I mean, that's not here or there. But yeah, you really gotta get your psychology down, your internal workings down. Uh, that greed part, I was definitely speaking from personal experience. When I started trading and started making money, dude, my greed was I couldn't believe how greedy I was. I couldn't believe it. Like if I wasn't as disciplined as I was, because I feel like I was more disciplined back before I started to trade. Now it's like, well, shit, it is what it is. But if I wasn't as disciplined as I was, I would have been, I would have put all my money into the market, every single bit of it, because it almost got to that point. I was like, dude, are you crazy? And like, oh, dude, are you crazy? And I'm sitting there talking to myself. It's like, dude, I just made $300 today. I can make more if I had more money in my account. I just made $500 a day. I can make more if I put money in my account. And that greed monster grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. And I let the greed monster win. I built my account. I started my account from $500. I was selling options, making. I grew that account from $500 to 6K, and I let the greed monster win. Because as soon as I told myself, damn, I made 6K selling options, you know exactly what I did. I switched from a winning strategy of selling options, which had low returns, to buying options. And you already know which options I started to buy. Zero DTEs, baby. And all that 6K went down to zero real fast. Real fast. And after I lost that 6K, I put more money into it. I went back to selling options, but the greed monster won again. And now it's like, dude, every time I stepped away from selling options, it got harder and harder because it got harder and harder to come back because of all the money I made buying options. But then obviously you lose, obviously, with options if you buy them zero DTE and if it doesn't move in your direction. So, yeah. 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 I appreciate that, Rocky Reigns, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. Mm. I do appreciate that, man. Man. Uh, mm. And yeah, 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 yeah. Ugh. Mm. No, yeah, I really do appreciate that because it's one thing. It really is one thing when you're just kind of doing this, but then when people actually say like, yeah, like, dude, just keep up what you're doing. We see you. We see that you make these dumb mistakes at time, but then you really, I mean, it's you get back on track after you kind of fall off. It just really makes me just realize that a lot of people would kind of want to be able to read the markets and to make money consistently, and here I am acting like an ass at times, and it does make me feel bad, I guess. It's like I'm sitting here acting like an ass at times, and I guess disregard. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Mm, mm, okay, okay. Mm. 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 Okay. Okay. Mm. Okay. I know what I need to do. Yeah, especially with this move right here. I mean, I'm still thinking about this shit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm still thinking about this. Like this week has not been my best week. I did make a lot of mental mistakes this week, and I was actually telling that to my daughter's mother as well. I was like, man, I made myself look like a complete ass on stream this week, and I just feel so bad. Just felt bad. I mean, I had a lot of trades that I was up in, and I didn't close it out. Just got stubborn. Allowed my tilt, allowed going tilt to kind of take control. Throwing a tantrum on the charts. And obviously in the moment, I mean, I'm not thinking about any of that crap. I don't think anybody is, but obviously after I go back and review the charts and stuff like that, it's like, man, you just acted like a complete child, like throwing a tantrum because it didn't do what you want. Mhm. Mhm. But I definitely will say this. I definitely will be making improvements moving forward. Like I said, we'll just trade the ES. I'm going to get all those Nasdaq tendencies out of my system, and we're just going to trade the ES, and we're just going to make money every day. Um, Next year will definitely be overdrive in terms of just being focused. Just really because the one thing that I kind of want to change a little bit is because I kind of trade because with the Nasdaq, I mean you can get in at levels and actually be successful. But with the ES, the one thing that I probably have to work on is just waiting for the confirmation on the ES because yeah, I could have sold at 102 if I caught it. I could have, but just waiting for that confirmation for that retest and to see what the Bulls do above this level. And if they don't have continuation and just having a short ready right here to catch this move down versus just kind of getting in without any structure, without any confirmation, I think that's something that um, I'll begin to work on because I know probably like people watching the stream, he's like, why did he get in at that level? Sometimes I like to get in at like if these measured moves that the that the ES likes to make. The ES likes to make measured moves a lot, and usually what I like to do is have these measured moves kind of marked out on my chart already, and the ES is definitely notorious for making measured moves. And once I see that a measured move is made, I like to kind of inverse it a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna try. I will. I'll be more professional, way more professional, and consider this like as a job, as if you guys are paying me to be a money manager, and this is your guys' money. I'm gonna start doing that. Start thinking of it in terms of that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Mm-hmm. Because I guess I mean, if I trade the way I trade my funded accounts, because like I said, I've gotten like 8, 9. I think I'm at my 8th. I would have had my 9th payout today if I didn't fumble the bag on Wednesday or whatever. If I didn't fumble that way, I would have had a payout today. But I just come back next week and get it next week. The way I trade my funded accounts, I'll just probably trade that way on stream, but it's boring. So I mean, well, it's not boring. It's not boring. It's not boring. It's just that I won't be getting into trades. I'll be waiting for a confirmation and stuff. That's why I just don't trade it on stream. I just wait for confirmation and stuff like that. And who knows how long that usually takes, but yeah, we'll start doing that. We'll start doing that. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about this one. I would hate if I don't take it and it works. But then at the same time, if it doesn't, like I said, I really think the market wants to come back down here somewhere. But I mean, my theory with this one is that they kind of want to sweep the liquidity underneath this low and not necessarily trade underneath this low right here at 72. Like they want to trap the bulls underneath this range and then make a rotation back up higher. That's my thesis with this one. And plus, we had a pivot point like right here yesterday at 74. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And these pivot points actually have been on point. This pivot point right here was literally the high of the day, R3. And I think what S2 was the low of the day. Yeah, S2 was the low of the day. That's where we saw that bounce at S2. So I'm definitely going to try to incorporate these pivot points into my strategy as well. Like I'm gonna really put my focus into the ES, like I'm really am, and see how we can utilize these pivot points, these measured moves, stuff like that. Start really making some money. Consistent money. I mean, unless you put on size on ES, you're not going to make a lot of money, unfortunately. I think a 10 lot on micros, I think you need like $11 or 11 points to get $500, I think, 525. Because if you do a 10 lot, well, if you do one micro contract, one ES, that's like 500 on the 10 points. But depending on which prop firm you use, the commissions are high. MFF is high commission. So if I get 10 points on the ES with 10 micro contracts, it takes away $18. And so I really take home about what, like 480 and not 500. I would have to get 11 points to get 500 points. Or just about like 1050, 11 points, 10, yeah, 1050. We'll see. But all right, guys, that's it for me. We'll come back tomorrow, and we would definitely. I will make it a point. I would definitely make it a point to come in tomorrow and actually just put on my professional hat and really start being a professional, trying to be on gain weights level and all that stuff. Mohammed, be the trader that Mohammed and gain weight knows I can be, instead of gambling. Yeah. And fighting the trend. Alfred as well. Alfred, man, dude. Alfred's really stepped his game up. Alfred needs his own stream, the way he stepped his game up. Alfred really stepped his game up, man. And not only is he getting payouts, but he getting 4-digit payouts, man. 4-digit payouts. Really big numbers, man. Really big numbers. He said, look at the 4-hour chart for which instrument? The Nasdaq? Well, we'll look at both. Let's look at that before we leave. Okay, so let's look at the Nasdaq. So the 4-hour chart on the Nasdaq. Okay. So we got previous support right here around. Isn't that interesting? This is exactly where my target's at, gain weight, or my entry. Somewhere in this area right here. $360, dude. Huh. That would be interesting. So what am I looking at, gain weight? Actually, let me just turn this to a regular candlestick chart. So this is the 4-hour chart on the Nasdaq. We do have an area of demand here, and we can possibly see the bulls hold this area. But we do have the 21 EMA right here. We have the 50 at 191. I doubt that the market gets down here. I mean, that would be crazy. But the 21 EMA is definitely a possibility. 370, 360. This is where I was initially looking at. This area right here on the Nasdaq was 360. But I'm also looking at 328 to be an area where the market bounces. You got this candle, this high of day right here. 324. So what do you want me to look at, gain weight? What are you looking at specifically? Those are the things that I see initially. I do see this area of demand right here. I see the 21 EMA at 370 currently. And I see this previous area of resistance where price broke out at. And I'm going to make the assumption that price is eventually going to come back for the bulls to buy a retest in this area, because we just got a breakout from this area, but price never returned. So I'm going to make the assumption that there'll be buy orders sitting in this area. You say get some help. So what do you see? I'm only saying what I'm seeing. Let's look at the ES. Same thing with the ES, somewhat. I was okay, so I was looking at if price gets down to like 60, 58-ish on the ES, I will go long. I will go long there. That is an area that I was looking at, and Inky was actually looking at that area as well. If we see that move tomorrow for non-farm, because we got to remember we got non-farm payrolls tomorrow, so we could see a violent move down and price being bought right back up. We could see that. And the way that the market is looking, it does appear that that's exactly what we could get, and then the market continue to go up higher. We will see tomorrow, though. We will see what happens. So Handy Trader says that the market will go to the lowest discount in that fair value gap, sweep that sell side liquidity. If I look at 1-day chart, I can see the red candles will take the body before and then come back to the high. Let's look at the daily chart. Okay, so you said look at the 1-day chart. You can see the red candle will take the body before and then it takes the body and then sweep the high. Yeah. And that is a doji right there. That is bearish. That is definitely bearish. That is bearish right here. We got a red doji candle and we got price opening below the body of it. And if it looks like it's already broken, yeah, I'm probably take that. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna keep it on. We'll see. We'll see. Rocky Range, you see a sell off? I see one too. I see one too. Gain weight is very notorious for saying that the market is going to keep going up. In the long run, yeah. I mean, if you have a long position, you have a personal account, and you get in at a good price and just tolerate the back and forth as price stair steps its way up, then yeah, gain weight, you're absolutely right. It's probably going to bounce off the 21 EMA and keep going up, especially if you got your target, I mean, your entry all the way down here in the 57s. Of course, it's bullish to you, but everybody else that trades intraday, this thing is definitely going to pull back. This thing's definitely pulling back in the short term. It's definitely pulling back in the short term. Definitely. You said don't make me add a pivot point. Okay. Hey, no handy trades. You didn't have to do that, man. Everybody's opinions is welcome in here. Gain weight just being gain weight. I mean, yeah, I mean, gain weight is, I mean, don't, I don't want to say don't take him seriously, but I mean, obviously, gain weight is, he loves messing with people, man. Not a big thing. People have learned to just laugh at gain weight and not take what he says seriously. Outside of the great information, trading information that he's saying, because he's just playing, just making the environment fun, man. That's it. Yeah, because it seems like everybody like I guess when Gainway's just playing around with them, they take him seriously and then they get angry and then they're like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't have got angry with Gainway. He's just playing. He's just playing. But mm, oh. Yeah, he's just joking, man. Yeah, y'all guys gotta stop squaring up with Gainway. Gainway, you gotta say you joking. I guess to the new people that doesn't know who you are, be like, hey, who the hell is this guy? Just talking shit. But he's just joking, man. He's joking. Everybody's opinion, cause shoot, I mean, the most beautiful thing about the market is that everybody's opinions, everybody can make money. Even on the days where I fight the trend, I make money. When I could make more going with the trend. So it's like it doesn't matter. It's not even a dick swinging contest to see who's right or wrong. It's however you making your money, that's how you make it. Nobody's right or wrong in this market. But I will say if you fight against the trend and you're not in and out where you're supposed to be at, kind of like right here, the bears thought that they were cute trying to sell underneath this 21 EMA and they failed to do so. And they found out real quick what happens to bears that don't finish their rotation. They get turned into liquidity real quick. And as long as you know where you are on the charts, that's all you need. That's it. That's all you need. Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. And because I mean, those that know. We all know that ICT did not come up with any of these concepts. I mean, you can go back. I mean, the person that I learned from was using these terminologies. But this is what ICT has done. He's popularized concepts that a lot of people didn't understand. And he turned complicated concepts, gave them easy to understand words to where once you say it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because as an example, and this is just an example, this is not like, to me, this is a range, but to somebody else, this is a fair value gap. Even though to me it's like the same thing, because people know that people use the terminology fair value gap. We can have a conversation. It's like, yeah, there's a fair value gap right here. Even though I know, I mean, that this is a range where this is where a pool of liquidity is. And if price comes back to this area, it's highly likely that we'll see reaction from the buyers. You can see that there was so much buy orders in this area that it not only reacted from this area once, but we got a double dip into this area and it did it twice. Now, how I see stuff like this is a break and a retest, but a lot of people don't see it like that. It's easier to say fair value gap. I mean, that's all, in my opinion, ICT has done for the community, in my opinion. Obviously, he doesn't know how to trade personally. He's shown that on all his live streams. So I think that's what kind of gives, it just shows a bad light on his work because of all the scammy thing he's done, like show fake P&Ls with what is it called, with Photoshop, talking about he's gonna win the damn cup and hasn't even won it, hasn't even placed in the top 5 or 10 or whatever. Blowing up on stream and then saying that, oh, they're hunting my, like, it's just that stuff. It just makes his work look bad. But the things that he's saying are definitely true, because all he's doing is taking concepts that's already in the market that works and giving them cool names. So newer traders that don't want to take the time to fully understand this can just hear the word, know what you're talking about, and do what we all want to do in the first place, which is trade and make money. That's all. I mean, if you're not a technician, no one cares if you know the reason why there's a bunch of volume or volume profile. I mean, like, no one really cares about that. At the end of the day, we just want to make money. These are just tools. So, especially this new generation, they don't care about none of this shit. It's like, where the fair value gap so I can just buy and go long. That's all they care about. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care. But yeah, I mean, that is crazy, dude. I mean, it's crazy that he's just one of those. He's just a furu, and he's already admitted that he's made all his money with his mentorships and not with trading. So, when I hear things like that, I know exactly what I need to do. I need to turn around and walk the other way. That's it. That's all I need to do. But I do understand that he has a big name. He has a big following. People attribute their success to what he took the time to sit down and make those lectures with. He's done a lot for this community, and that's why a lot of people respect his work. But he's not a good trader, obviously. So I think I'm gonna end the stream on that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, it's a crazy world we live in, man. The people that actually know what they're doing, people look at them and say, "No, I'm not buying your crap. You're trying to scam me." The scam artists, the ones that are really good at marketing and selling themselves and getting you to believe the scam that they want you to believe, those are the ones that make money, because I guess people secretly want to be lied to, which is like the craziest thing. But majority of people prefer to be lied to, unfortunately. And so that's why you'll always see a Drake, because I mean, what, Kendrick is supposed to be at Drake's level, but what happened? Kendrick doesn't want to play the game that Drake plays. Drake, even though he knows that all his shit is manufactured, obviously he knows this, and I guess he got tired and he wanted to prove himself, and he tried to go after a real lyricist in Kendrick Lamar, and he found out real quick, to the point to where now he can't, like, dude, apparently he's been dropping songs and no one hasn't cared. That's what happens when you're a fakester and try to go after a real one and get clapped for real. Because in that first comeback, Kendrick killed him. And then he hit him with, like, dude, like, Kendrick killed Drake. But That's not hero there though. It's just like I said, it's the world just loves scam artists, man. I don't understand why, but that just keeps happening. It just keeps the real ones don't get the respect like DMX. DMX was a real one. Michael Jackson was a real one. But well, Michael Jackson got the respect that he deserved, but DMX, yeah, he was a real one and he didn't deserve what he got. You gotta be fake in this world to be successful, apparently. So Kane Way concepts. Yep. Yeah, Alfred, if you just joined in, we was talking about you, man. Like, dude, you was like shit. You're killing it. You need your own stream, bro. For real. The way that you've been killing it, man. Killing it. Mm. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end it here. We'll come back tomorrow. We do got non-farm tomorrow at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern. Obviously, all technical analysis will be invalidated. I mean, I think we should know that by now. We should know that by now. If you're not into something, I would highly recommend to get out and trade the reaction to the news. Uh, my initial thought is that we do see that dip, and all the buyers that was patiently waiting down here with their limit orders, they're going to want to buy this thing right back up. That's my bias until proven wrong tomorrow. We'll see. But I'll definitely be looking at the reaction. We'll definitely allow the charts to tell us how we should trade. We'll make money tomorrow and we'll go into the weekend happy. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Peace.